Hi guys, welcome to my channel, Lighting Your Sunshine, where we like to shine a light within and empower ourselves. So I actually wasn't going to make a reading today. I actually wasn't going to do one all week, but yeah, my reasoning behind that is because, you know, in winter you have lots of chill time, lots of waiting and down, but now that it's like spring and summer, I find that's when the energies start to amp up. That's when you get more of the fire energy and you're like meant to be out. So I find it so hard to be in the house when it's nice like this. And where I live, I hate being cold. I don't know why I live here, but it's nice out, and I just take advantage as much as I can being outside, because by actually going out and doing things is how you're going to learn. That's how you're going to connect to your guides. That's when you're going to get the most insights and downloads. So I've just been outside just enjoying everything. And so the cycle of what we're at now is fire. Like, it's that what we've kind of come out of was letting go of everything, right? The dark, we're letting go. We faced things. We saw things in ourselves that were not meant to be there. And then we did see things that we had forgotten and left behind. And so the last couple months has been like nurturing that and empowering yourselves to come back up to, you know, base level. And yeah, so we've kind of gone in and we've done like the shadow work. And now that it's almost that right, the balance between the light and the dark, we're more in the light now. And so now is when that ignition, what word are we trying to say here? It's that spark when two things come together, two materials come together, and then that essence, it creates like life. Like, that's what I'm seeing. Like, that's the energy that we're in right now. And so when you go, like, going for my walks today, I just saw like pairs of birds everywhere, right? Because it is that time of love. Like, it's just igniting passion within you. And now is that time where we go out and we make our dreams come true, a reality. But right now it is that kickstart, that igniting phase. And so it's not quite that forward momentum, but it is going to speed up, and it is going to go that way. And so when it comes to readings, you know, I don't think we need to do 5 a day or 5 a week, because like that, I thought it was important to really get through all that shadow stuff. The more and more you get through that gook, that emotional baggage, that's when you can actually go out and enjoy this here. So yeah, we're going to cut back the readings to just 2 days a week, because this is the phase where you need to go out and learn on your own, kind of like take your own path wherever you're guided to go. All that inner work has led you, it's wound you up. I'm seeing a little toy car and it's like, and now that it's like right at the start, and then all they have to do is just let go, and it will take off to wherever it's meant to be. That's the energy. So let's just do a quick card. They're telling me 3. 1 from each deck. Okay. And as I'm looking at these cards as they come out, it pretty much is, let me see, is that the right one? This is the one they say. Okay. It's kind of what I just said about what the energies are. So the first one was 6 of Roses, and it was in reverse. And it says the War of the Roses. So right now is all about the heart, all about right? We've gone through the shadows. We've done that inner war of what we deserve, what we don't deserve, what we'll accept, what's not acceptable, those kind of things. And so I think that's why it's in reverse, is like, you can't fight for love. You just can't. It's, what is it? Like Mother Teresa's, like, I'm gonna butcher this. I butcher all sayings. But she said something like, I won't go to a rally against war, but I will go to one for peace. And it's really aligning and understanding which energies work best for you. And so there was a war within us, and we have been sifting and sorting and taking out the trash and recycling. That reduce, reuse, recycle, all of it is there. We've worked, we've gone and done some of the inner child healing, bringing some of that into the summer. We've tapped into our higher selves. We've learned how to connect to our guides and actually figure out which one is for us. The message is to always connect to the highest of high. It's just all that spiritual work. Mind, body, soul. Well, we've done a lot of the soul and a lot of the mind. Right now is more of the body aspect. Now is that fire, right? Your heart is fire energy, and it's pumping everything in you. So now it's that time of action and taking accountability, they're telling me. So the next card that comes out is worth waiting for. And that's what they said, is we're right like that wind up toy car or whatever it is. It's like right at the starting line. And that you've just done so much of this inner work. There is no war. There is no fight for love. Love is love is love. It's not this equals love. It's like, no, love equals love. And so, yeah, everything has been like sorted. It's just like, dotting the I's, crossing the T's. You start to feel that feeling kind of grow. Whereas before it was like thinking, it was more like this, but now you start to feel it in your energy field. It's just something thick in the air. Like you can almost taste it. That's the energy that we're kind of coming up in. And that's why it's so worth just waiting a little bit more. Right now is like, they're showing me, when you like cook food and everyone's like, eat while it's hot, eat while it's hot. Yeah, but one thing you need to know about food is it needs to kind of cool down, and then it gets to that perfect point when it tastes the best. And so that's kind of what we're at. Everything is hot. Everything's just going to cool down again and like mellow to the perfect point. And so I did shuffle these cards, and this one came out, but I didn't feel like it was the one. And it was the key, but it was in reverse. And it said, new beginnings, directions, adventures await for those who are ready to let go of the past. And it was in reverse. And so what came out instead was angel. And this one also was in reverse. So I feel like this is what's kind of going on. And then this is what comes next. It's like you got to do this first before you get to the next. And like we say, you're this little wound up car at the race, ready to go, and you will win. You have so much momentum and energy built up in you that when you take this energy that you've accumulated and you channel that into whatever it is that you want to go forward to, it will be successful. 100%. If you've been doing the work, 100% it will be successful. And so it says your angels are guiding you and protecting you on your spiritual journey in reverse. Okay, so I see the car at that start line that they're showing me, and the angels and your guides just haven't given you that go yet. And so it's like waiting for that moment. There's still, because there's still a tiny bit of information still. It's that cooling off phase, like they said, like when food is perfect. Right now you are at this time, and I think if you do, snap that rubber band and go forward, it's just going to be chaotic. It's not quite zoned in, fine-tuned to the right it's like you've got from point A to point B. You've got A dialed in, and you're now just kind of putting in the coordinates of the B. And so right now, if you go, you might end just off the mark. That's all what they're saying. It might overshoot it, it might undershoot. Right now, it's just really like mellowing out to get exactly what you need. You know how in a plane, you can't just fill it up with as much gas as you want and then just take off. They usually have like the perfect amount of gas. They don't want to have too much weight or not enough. You know, it's those tiny things that are here right now. And so they are saying right now, the season that's important is right now is fine tuning. It's all about the heart, fire energy. It's fun. Make it fun, they're saying. They're saying, they've just been saying everything has been a roller coaster analogy. And that's exactly what the cycles are every single year. Every single year is a roller coaster. And if you navigate the dips and the highs and the lows, and you know when to go and when to, it's fun. But if you are so unprepared and you just wing it, that's a chaotic, that's the one where you never quite can keep your breath. You know, you're always trying to catch up, and it's like throwing you, and you're like, whoa, 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 you're just not in control. So it's up to you, whichever version of that you really want to go. But your car, that's what they're showing me. The car wound up at the top of a roller coaster. That's the energy that we're in right now. And it's exciting. Have fun, right? Don't be so serious all the time. And they're showing me really high anxious energy to start, to go, that. And it's like things will go and the momentum will pick up. So calm yourself, ground yourself right now, because you're gonna wish that you took time to slow down when things get busy. You will always look back and be like, man, I wish I actually rested, because now I'm burnt out. I didn't take the time to maintain my energy, So, yeah. Any final things you want to add, Spirit? They say go to this War of Roses. They're showing me that the two houses that are divided, it's two polar beliefs that are going to find unity right now. It's really taking these two parts of yourself that are so drastic and merging them and blending them into something new. And so, okay, in terms of this, they're showing me, they're saying that it is something in you, a belief or something that you're working on, but the best way we can do it is just talk about old school, like courting and marriage and things like that. So this house is bigger, and they wanted, no, see this one, we'll talk about this one. So this house is a little bit less than this one, although they still are financially well off in their own. But, there is this war between the two. And so what they're bringing is, marriage. What if they had and they brought these two fronts together and united them as one? What if both of these sides were on the same side? It's something about a belief that are two opposite coming together and blending into one. And they're saying you already know what this is, because you've already gone through the light and the dark phase of the blending and the merging of them. But right now is like, as they said, we're cooking the food and it's hot. So you've blended these two things together, right? And now it's letting that simmer and settle and form into whatever new thing it is. And so it is getting wound up, but things are hot. That's what they're showing. So what an awkward phase to be in right now. It's exciting, it's fun. You're supposed to amp up, but you're supposed to slow down and rest. You're supposed to go, but you're not supposed to go. It's kind of that. And so that's why it's really connect to your guides and and work with them, especially out in nature, they're not saying out in nature, out in your everyday life. You can be on the mat all the time, meditating, and you connect to your guides so easy. But what happens when you're out living life? That's what they want to say. Bring in those moments, fuse those moments together, see the magic in everyday life. And that's when the new beginnings will come. When your guides give you this, that's when you can start doing this. I said I felt like this wasn't part of the reading, but this is a new beginning. This is the go. This is the, you know, I'm seeing like a race and the whatever. So, anything else, Spirit? Nope, they told me I have to go to work. All right. Bye, guys. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you in a couple days. Bye, guys.